justice done is to do it.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it on this episode of Feelin' the Mode in part 2 of chapter 1, Homecoming. We are back in the world of Tell Me Why, following the siblings Alyson and Tyler returning to their childhood home.
Before you left Fireweed, the door's right there.
I mean, it would be fitting given the name of the town. What? Locked?
Locked.
Well, it's a good thing I remembered this.
You sure that's the right key?
Yes.
Good thing you remembered it, huh?
Maybe someone changed the lock.
Who would change the lock on us?
I don't know. We're screwed.
You got a plan B?
Yeah. We find another way in. I never knew a locked door that could keep the crafty goblins out.
Yeah, we had a million ways in and out of this old house. At least one of them's gotta work.
Oh yeah. Plan B? Enforce plan A. There is no plan B. So now we gotta find a way back into this rickety old house with its
The
many...
crafty goblins.
Huh.
I haven't thought about them in forever. Or should I say, us?
We almost spent more time as goblins than we did as kids.
Oh, do you remember all the other characters? The Moon Hag, the Ice King, the Old Bear?
Most of them, I think. But the details are fuzzy. Hey, do you know what happened to the book with all the stories?
No idea. But I'm sure it'll turn up when we clean this place out.
I can't believe these are still here.
Yeah, we should hide them so they don't frighten away potential buyers.
Remember how mad she'd get if we didn't use the compost?
And she always knew when we were lying.
Waste not, or kiss the planet goodbye. What'd you find?
Our hidden treasure?
Seriously? How do we think to stash it there?
Goblin secrets are always well kept. You need a hand with that?
No, it should be fine.
Okay.
If we just get this board out of the way, I could probably squeeze through.
So we need something to pry it off.
It's screwed in pretty good. We need a screwdriver.
I'm feeling something again. Near the barn.
Yeah, me too.
There's something over there. What in the hell is this?
Hurry! Let's go see the silent frog. I'm coming. What? I'm sorry. No, you're not. Okay, guess you don't want to see what I put in the treasure room then. What? No, I want to see.
I guess we know where to search now.
We just have to remember which one is the silent frog.
Got what appears to be a
Yeah, which
one in the center, with
Where's
his
the
mouth
key?
covered.
Seriously?
Kidding.
Because the third
Come
one,
on.
the one on the left, doesn't seem to be doing much of
Okay,
anything.
sorry.
Yeah, there's a
Nice
key.
job keeping a secret, buddy. At least the shed's still standing.
Yep. I don't want to think about what might be living inside it, though.
Well, better alive than dead.
Ugh, yes. Let's deal with that later. Plenty else to do first.
Hello? What's this?
Huh. Who left this box here? It looks brand new.
It wasn't me. Has someone been out here recently?
Got it.
All this for a screwdriver?
You got a better idea how to get in?
We might have a potential squatter on the premises. We'd have to be wary about that. Still looking at this house, it looks as if nobody's lived here in a long time. Paint's chipping. All this wood looks rickety. I don't know. But we shall see. Open sesame.
You sure you want to go in there?
This was our very first den, remember?
Who knows what lives down there now? Everything okay down there? Tyler?
Ah!
That's not funny!
Then why am I laughing?
Okay, fine. But you're still an idiot.
All right. I'm going in for real this time.
Okay. See you at the front door in a few minutes.
And with that, ladies and bros, non-binary those, we have a jump scare. A rather cheap jump scare, but still, jump scare nonetheless.
Things if they click, though.
Rest in peace, brave bird.
Kind of reminds me of the balloon from that one episode of Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Past the treasure.
Straight ahead.
You know, I almost convinced myself our voice was just another childhood fantasy.
Me too. But we really...
Mad Hunter. Why am I still afraid to say his name?
He was Mary Ann's creation. She made all the creepy characters.
This creepy ass basement. Dun, 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 dun. Whenever I see a character rise up out of a hole like that, and the camera just lingers on them peeking their head out, I immediately assume there's someone waiting up top to Rosebud. Someone waiting up top to like bash them in the fucking head or something. That doesn't seem to be the case here. This empty house is just that. Empty. Look at this place. It's like the people who lived here just up and left. Didn't take nothing, didn't move nothing, just poof, left the house as is. Shit is haunting.
Tyler? Are you in there? Tyler!
Coming.
Are you okay?
Olive. Good to hear your voice again.
Yeah. Same here.
So, coming in or what?
Just working up to it.
Well, we're here.
They're here.
Here we are.
So, how do we get started?
We figure out what to keep, what to trash, and see what else this house might be trying to show us.
And with that, folks, we got Alyson and Tyler returning to their childhood home. They're both inside now, and now they got the objective of finding the treasure box in their twins' bedroom. Okay, we shall see what is in this alleged treasure box and what other secrets we can find.
I want to cut it short, really short. What? Look, I'm tired. And I'm busy. Let's talk about this later. You always say that.
Marianne said no to everything. Made me so pissed.
She was always on edge those last few months.
Yeah, and completely deaf to everything I was telling her I needed.
She pretty much always said no to me, too.
True, but it felt personal with me. I didn't realize how much I missed the smell of firewood.
I miss the cold winter nights curled up here. Big mugs of hot cocoa.
Yeah, Marianne was so tired she was usually asleep on the couch.
Oh, that's why it was so nice. No Mary Ann.
We'd use our voice so we didn't wake her up.
And then we'd be up all night telling stories and watching the fire die. And Marianne was none the wiser.
Sounds like a good time for the twins. Back in those days, even in the roughest of moments, you can eke out a few moments of happiness, it
Guess we never
seems.
had time to complete the collection.
These came out of one of the prize machines at the Becky's store, right?
Yeah, you'd slide the quarters inside on the little tray, and then magic, out pops a sticker.
Seem to be missing a few breeds. What's with all these jars?
What was she hoping to do with all these jars?
She used to barter for our clothes with homemade jam.
She tried everything to make ends meet.
Well, not everything.
Like that chicken fire down below with the homemade honey.
How you feeling about being back?
I thought I knew what to expect, but everything keeps catching me by surprise. My nerves are completely raw.
I get it.
How about you? You okay?
Unsure.
Honestly not sure how I feel yet. I'm just trying to think of it as an empty house.
Yeah. An empty house full of actual ghosts.
Hopefully they're friendly ghosts.
Could always use more Caspers and a little less Uncle Stinkies. But then again,
Marianne's room.
Let's not go in there until we absolutely have to.
Agreed.
where else in the house could we go that is yet to be explored? Bathroom.
Huh. This bathroom still smells like Marianne.
Hey, hey. Damn. Bigger than most rooms in here. And here we look upon one of the stories in here. Feel interrupted there playing. They realize perhaps somebody already lived here. Snow from his coat. Shit, this is an in-depth story. You want to read some of this, you might have to pause. I flipped through a lot of this. I just wanted to get through it. I didn't have time to sit there and read all this stuff. So, yeah, if you want to see the rest of these stories about the old bear and the caves and the lake hag or the moon hag or the little goblins and all that, you might need to pause certain parts of this video and as we flip on through. But I gotta say, some of these stories are very good, like surprisingly well written and pretty entertaining, I must say. Like stories within stories is always a nice touch, especially in games like this. It gives you something to read when, something to enjoy when, like aside from just the gameplay, it's always a nice stop and, well, a break in the gameplay. Not that there's been anything intense, but still. Yeah. Plus, look at this artwork. Look at this. Look how playful and colorful this is and just vibrant. You can really tell this was definitely handmade. This wasn't bought off some shelf or something. They would have hired an actual like artist to do something with this. Yeah, Mad Hunter gets his hand back. Once upon a time, in a deep and cold lake near the ancient forest, there lived a no seal who was a powerful witch. After angering the Ice King, she'd been bound to the lake, allowed only to venture out when the moon was full, and only looking like the hack she truly was. Why am I? Does it sound like I'm rapping? Yeah, yeah. This story goes on. Like the moon hag who relies on this mad hunter to try and get her out of the predicament she's in when she only comes out when the moon's out. So she's like, yo, mad hunter, help me take out the Ice King and free myself from this place for good. And the mad hunter's like, okay, well, give me my hand back. She gives him like a ice hand, and he helps her out for a bit, but after a while Habron's like, yeah, I'll finally help you take out the Ice King. And it's like, but give me like a flesh hand, that way I can take him out proper. All right, I will. But then she gives him the flesh hand, and he's like, hey, she relies on him for help. She goes to the Ice King. He's like, I'm gonna get you. You're gonna pay for what you did, Mad Hunter, now. And he doesn't show up. See, the dude got his hand back, and he was like, well, fuck you. I don't need to stick around anymore. I don't have to do what you say. I got all I wanted. I'm out. And the Ice King was furious. So he was like, you know what? You ain't even gonna get out of the
Where
lake no
is
more.
it?
You gonna stay
For
right
something in
where you
particular?
are
My diary.
as a seal
Never told me
in the
that.
lake.
Yeah.
Yo,
With the
moon
way
hag.
Marianne was, I tried extra hard to keep it a secret. Marianne. Yeah, that day she found out about it.
Hold up. Struggling to pull that memory, but let's see what happened on that particular day if we can.
Thoughts help me realize who I am.
Well, then let's go find it.
Do you
People,
think her room is still locked?
more often than not,
No,
don't
it was.
understand the importance of having a
I've been
diary
hoping
or a
for it
journal
more
with
than
which to
that.
write down your thoughts and,
I
personal
know,
feelings.
but
But,
we'll have to
you know,
eventually, and I need
it's a
it
big
back.
fucking deal. Especially when, like, you're an adult and you look back on your life and the choices you made way back when, how you felt about certain things way back when. It's a good way to remind yourself who you used to be and who you want to be.
Ice King finally caught the hag. His furious voice could be heard throughout the forest. For your wickedness, you will be eternally bound to the lake. What? No way. Quiet, let me finish. You will no longer be allowed to leave. Not even under a full moon. The moon hag was imprisoned in the lake, and she never again tried to escape. And then the title. What do you think? Not bad, right? I guess that's okay. But I would have changed the end. What? No way!
Ice King. I totally forgot about him.
That's because it was dangerous to mention his name. He was too powerful.
Starting to get the feeling a lot of these childhood stories have some, I don't know, some play on events that, or like a childhood retelling of things that might have happened to IRL.
Where'd you come from?
A Tale of Two Swords. Might be a nifty read at some point. But not right now. Right now, we gotta head on downstairs. Find out where Marianne's room is. Maybe see what secrets it holds and find out if she got Alice's diary. Look at this place. Hello. What's this?
String, glue, duct tape. The holy trinity of house repair.
Marianne loved having something to fix.
Or a how-to kit of kidnapping tools.
But not the part where it got broken. Especially if we were the ones responsible.
I know. I'm just saying she liked to save broken things.
Best mom. You think we ever really believed that? Or were we just trying to make her happy?
Either way, it wasn't true.
Yeah. From what I hear, all these clues we be getting, how this woman's behavior and how they feel about it. Said, but unfortunately, this is where our story ends, folks, right here. At the door, at the very precipice of finding out the truth of what is behind this door, finding out the truth of whether or not Marianne got a hold of Tyler's diary, finding out the truth of what else may be hidden amongst the secrets of this here house. That is what will happen in the next episode right here on Feel the Mode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the nice things, and we're out.